Buckle up for another episode of Ghost Facers, a supernatural rewatch podcast. My name is Richard, and sitting shotgun as always is my brother in podcasting, Reed.
Oh, we're going down south this week.
Sorry, what?
We're going all the way down to the bayou this week.
Oh my
with
god.
With an accent down the bayou, but we're Washington State. With the accent
You were
down
almost
the
doing Elmer Fudd. Oh, my boy, we're going to do another episode.
Oh, I'm from the deep bayou.
the deep state south. Let's get into it.
Ghost Facers! We're facing ghosts, when others will not, we're ghosts! Ghost Facers! Stay in the kitchen when the kitchen gets hot! Ghost Facers! We're facing nightmare, we're facing dread! Ghost Facers! We're facing faceless, we're facing dead!
Welcome to Ghost Facers. Today we're discussing Season 8, Episode number 5. He ain't heavy. He's blood brother.
Wow. Took me a sec to catch on to what was happening there.
This episode's called Blood Brother.
Oh, I've got your blood, brother.
Have you ever seen the TikTok of like the little kid with the Hulk Hogan outfit?
Yeah.
He's meeting the Hulk Hogan. He's like, oh, brother.
That kid's amazing.
I fucking love that
He's got
kid.
such a good like Hulkamania impression.
I was like, Hulk Hogan's like definitely probably a bad guy, but like that moment is good.
It's great. Yeah.
I really like that.
I love that. Yeah.
Well, speaking of people who enjoy other people's content quite a lot, we've got a review.
Oh, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
It better be a good one, so help me God.
It starts with 5 stars.
Well, that's a good sign.
On Spotify.
Okay. Wait, can you write reviews on Spotify? I thought Spotify only let you put it.
Well, someone sent in 5-star review on Spotify, so I'm assuming they gave us.
Oh, they gave us 5 stars,
and then they wrote something.
They've written in. Okay, I see.
I think that's what it happened.
Understood.
From Jen from Vermont.
Whoa.
Is that surprising?
I don't. Well, it's the Jen, the only one in Vermont.
Yeah,
the only Vermont-based Jennifer.
Yeah, Jen.
Sorry, it's Jenathan actually. Yeah.
Jensica.
You know Vermont.
I mean, crazy Vermont. They go on to say, I found the podcast a few months ago when looking for something new and funny to listen to when cleaning. I caught up this week and now am anxiously awaiting more content from Richard and Reed.
Wow, she's blown through all of it in the last couple months.
Apparently.
Wow.
I might even try Dr. DC, though I know absolutely nothing about comics as the hosts bring me joy. That's really the whole point.
Yeah.
It's about breaking down barriers.
And if you ask some of the other listeners to Dr. DC,
it
I
might
don't
not
know
even
anything either.
Yeah. These guys make even the most menial tasks exciting to do, but I guess that is what makes them Canadian Podcast Award winners.
Hell yeah.
My favorite segment is probably still the lore segment.
Oh, yeah, baby.
As I like a bit of
You are a
education
person of taste.
with my... Are you trying to say they taste good?
Jenthaniel.
Jenthan.
Jensen Ackles.
With my laughed, but runner-up is international titles. Hey.
Yeah, too bad it's dead and buried.
Look.
Pour one out
As-
for what used to be a steadfast companion.
As they are not only interesting but funny, especially when the host badly try to intimidate an accent. What?
We try to intimidate an accent?
Imitate.
Hey, is that an accent? Don't you come around here anymore.
Yeah. We don't like your kind. As for the show, I stopped watching around season 13 and I'm looking forward to watching along with the Ghost Facers and finishing the series with them.
Tight.
I think that there's going to be a lot of people like that.
Yeah, I
think a lot of people who are
I think there's probably already people who are now watching further than they did. I mean, we know a lot of people jump off at season 6.
Totally.
A lot of people jump off at 10.
Yeah. So I think
a lot of people jump off around 12 or 13.
Well, there you go.
I think we'll catch them as we're going.
Totally. You Canadians have motivated me to finally watch the chaos of the last seasons. The horniness of the podcast makes it feel a bit like a guilty pleasure at times. But the pod,
Don't know what you mean.
But the pod also brings feelings of comfort and nostalgia, as I remember sitting on the floor while my dad watched the show as a young child. I don't like that feeling. I'm feeling super old. Now I listen to you with my horny kids.
My dad loves Supernatural. It makes me feel old.
Yeah, Grandpappy used to watch this.
I remember when I almost did the joke for seasons from now.
Oh, yes. Now I listen to you with my horny kids.
Weird.
Who I have sent pictures of below, as I don't have any pussy pics to send you as I'm allergic.
Wait, are we allowed to receive pictures of kids?
Well, it's weirder when it's in the context of horny kids.
Are they adult kids?
I'm about to find out.
Oh, okay.
I know.
This is a sting operation.
Yeah,
He opened the files. Go.
Yeah, we said they were horny kids, and you opened them.
Yeah.
The photos.
It's pinging the dark web.
I know, sad for an animal-loving lesbian. Anyways, listen to the pod, y'all, as it is the best one on the market, and carry on, Wayward Sons.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
That's incredible. Genstry.
Yeah. Thank you, Genium.
Ooh. That's part of the Millennium?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find these kids' photos on my computer.
Wait, why are they buried? It's in a folder. It's called school stuff. And then another folder says miscellaneous. Another folder says do not open.
Horny kids.
Oh, they're goats.
Yeah.
I feel a lot better.
Yeah. Slightly disappointed. But
Jesus. I mean, listen, that was a risk.
oh, look at the little outfit on this
An
one.
indictment of you would be that you're like, it's worth the risk. We got to see what these pictures are. I'm not going to not look at them. Yeah.
I mean, it would be a disservice to the podcast.
Yeah. They're goats, though.
Yeah.
Just, I want everyone to know they're goats.
Let me find some comparison photos.
Stand out in all units. It's just goats.
Yeah. Greatest kids of all time.
Oh, good Lord.
Man, these kids are the goat.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much, Jen. This episode aired. Whoa!
This is the spooky one.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
October 31st.
Yeah.
2012.
It was the year we canceled Halloween because Supernatural was on.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Written by Ben Edlund.
Do you know how last week I got confused about the Ross Lemming thing? I realized why.
Okay.
And it's I saw it in the credits this week, and I just assumed it was the same last week. They're consulting producers. So they come up always in the credits at this point in the season. That's why I got confused last week, because I saw it again this week, and I was like, there they fucking are again. But that's what it was.
Well, this week,
Ben Edlund.
Yeah, and they're doing some comparative testing this week, so we got director Guy B.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just performing better through the analytics.
Yeah, Guy A is working on Vampire Diaries.
Yeah. Guy A is working with one segment of the market, but we're trying to go for a different one, so we're pushing forward some of the B through this A-B.
This is a good marketing
through
joke.
Guy A-B testing. Yeah.
It's really good, yeah.
It's really for you and me.
I mean, I guess. I don't find it that... that's not the part of marketing I enjoy.
Oh. No, yeah, me either.
The part I enjoy is slogans.
I mean, true.
You know, like when you see marketing in any sitcom, be like, what's your job? It's like, slogans, I guess?
Yeah, my job's slogans.
Like, when Chandler gets a marketing job, his job is just like make a slogan for rollerblades. And then, like even in Mad Men, it's like make a slogan. Like every time they show marketing on TV, it's like half of it is the slogan.
I mean, yeah, truly. Well, this episode was viewed by an estimated.
I'm gonna say 1.7.
Oh, baby, 1.78.
Oh, what? You think I don't know how many people are dropping off each week?
Well, let's watch the promo for this week.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Yeah, blood brother.
I like how at the moment they were making this promo, they were like, oh, fuck, we should have put an interesting episode on Halloween. Or at the very least, a scary one.
I mean...
And they go, oh, we should have done a spooky episode for Halloween. And then you watch the episode, you go like, this isn't about Halloween at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's
To be clear, I like this episode more than I like last week's episode. I know I'm already kind of shitting on it. I like it better than last week's episode, but like the promo was like, it's Halloween and Supernatural's on. Guess what we have planned? And then everyone went, fuck Halloween.
I mean, truly, which is funny for Supernatural
like,
to miss
they
Halloween.
didn't think about it.
It's like
at
there's
all.
two things you guys do every year: Halloween and Christmas. Like, what are you doing?
It is really funny.
I do wonder if what they're gonna do for. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we'll get there.
Yeah,
But
it's fine. The promo. What I mean to say with all of this is the promo is doing more work, like to make it a Halloween thing than the episode does.
sure,
It's a fine promo cut. They took an episode that is like light on action and scares, and they were like, "We made a scary promo."
sure, yeah. I mean, what else are you gonna do for Halloween? You gotta.
Well, you kind of have to, but you sort of wish that someone else was like, "Oh, that's when that's gonna air. Should we swap these episodes around?" So
And I
that
looked and
something
you kinda
scarier
can't.
could be.
You kind of can't.
Yeah.
Featured music from this episode: "In the Hall of the Mountain King" by Edvard Grieg.
Grieg, I think.
Grieg.
But yeah.
TV Guide describes this episode as Benny is beat up by vampires and calls Dean for help. Meanwhile, Sam reflects on the life he left behind with Amelia.
Yeah, sure.
But before we get into today's episode, why don't we open up Dad's journal and learn about some of the real world lore?
Let's see what the lore says about hitting a dog with your car.
Wait, are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm serious. We're doing it.
Wow, you're really left out of stuff, hey?
I mean, we've done vampires like 5 times, and nothing new happens in this episode.
I
So
mean-
we're doing the lore of hitting a dog with your car. The
There-
lore of it.
there's, I mean, you could have done.
Nope. We're doing the lore of this.
Could have done seraphs.
And that's just another word for. I mean, well,
It's
there's.
not. It's an actually. It's
I know, but there's better episodes to talk about classes of angels,
Mhm.
and I'm saving that.
Okay.
And also, that's just an offhand reference. It's not what the episode's about. You don't get this segment. I feel
mean,
like you.
I don't know
understand.
if you get this segment now.
I'm the only one who gets it.
How is there lore about hitting dogs?
Hey, let's dive in.
Or
Do you know what I tried to make the lore?
what?
I tried to make it about yacht disappearances, but I couldn't. I was like Charlie with the string. I couldn't put it all together.
Gilligan's Island.
Yeah. Yeah. A 6-hour tour.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
I'm not done. We haven't even dived into the lore
as
of
I've
hitting a
pr-
dog with your car.
As
yet.
I've proven, maybe sometimes a segment just can't exist.
Yeah, maybe yours. Mine live forever.
Yeah, this week
Mine,
everybody
like Benny, cannot be put down.
everybody called it Blood Brother. There, I still did the segment.
Yeah. So, at any rate, hitting a dog with your car.
Okay. What does Wikipedia say about that?
I don't have Wikipedia open. I have driving.ca open.
I've got doghaters.com.
Well, we'll get to it in a sec, but I did Google, can I keep a dog if I hit it with my car?
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works.
I typed that in.
Yeah.
I also typed in, I just typed in hitting a dog with your car. So I'm on a watch list somewhere.
There was a thing I saw the other day about, I think it was donkeys that like when I think it's donkeys. No, it was because when it was at the animal preserve that I learned about one of the animals that like when they're ready to mate, they just like fucking they kick the woman they want in the side.
Oh,
That's how they
Jesus.
tell them that they want to fuck.
Oh, good Lord.
I can't remember if it was muskox or what, but it was it was
It's aggressive.
yeah.
So the reason I wanted to do this is because, especially in this episode, we really re-up the weird negging year that Sam has gone through.
Oh yeah.
And when we first encountered that, I was like, why does he keep the dog? So we're going to talk a little bit about responsibilities and liabilities when it comes to hitting a dog.
Which is funny because it's coming from you.
I care about animals. I cannot stand the people that own animals because they're fucking animals themselves.
All right.
Absolute fucking monsters.
Okay. We should kill them like monsters.
Yeah. If they mess up.
Like Benny.
Yeah.
If he crosses the line.
Yeah.
Should be slaughtered like the dogs they are.
Yes.
Now let's talk about
But not
killing.
like dogs. Because
Okay.
dogs are fine.
Oh, okay.
But if I didn't, that's how we would anyway. So if you hit a dog with your car, you go like, well, what is like my, like, it's a dog. Like, is it a hit and run if I drive away or whatever? The answer is kind of like yes. Basically, like, if you hit a dog and the dog dies, you don't get charged with animal cruelty, basically, as long as you stop and you provide a reasonable amount of
care.
assistance.
Sure.
Now, your health and safety are still like paramount. If the dog's in the road and you're not supposed to run into traffic to save it, like that, it's just like first aid, right? It's like, check your surroundings, all that kind of stuff. But as long as you like stop, because you have to like call some kind of authority, be like, I had a dog or whatever. There's like certain steps of, like, do they have owners, blah, 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 blah. In terms of the liability, interestingly, it might be that something happens to the owners, which is good. Like if the owners just like let the dog out, or if it's seen that they've been negligent in some way and then the dog gets hurt or killed, something might come back to them.
Okay.
But not to you, provided that it wasn't like, oh, I saw the dog clearly and sped. As long as it's not some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In Canada, there's different kind of rules for like how much you have to report or whatever, right? Like in the Yukon, you have to report if you hit wildlife versus a pet. Like you have to actually specify which it was.
Oh yeah, did you see that bullshit about someone leaving like a grizzly on the side of the road the other day?
That sucks.
Yeah.
In Quebec, you have to like estimate its weight and stuff. Like they want like real details and shit, which is crazy. So there's like little things like that you could do. But then I was like, yeah, the owner's liability. Yeah. That's what I Googled. Can I keep a dog if I hit it with my car? And this is where I found something interesting. So if you, quote, take possession of an animal,
Yeah.
it becomes your responsibility.
Sure.
So if you hit an animal and you just, carefully, like you're supposed to or whatever, but you move it off the road or you do something like that, that's not taking possession. If you put it in your car and drive it to the vet, that is taking possession.
Oh.
Not
okay.
in the sense where if they have an owner that you go like, possession's 9/10. You don't like, but it does in the legal sense mean you have an implied responsibility then. So if I've gone to the trouble of taking a dog I hit and putting in my car, and then I don't go to the vet, that's like weird, fucked up animal
Sorry, I'm going to
cruelty.
hit my own dog. Earl, stop licking. Thank you.
Yeah, that was fucked up how much you hit your dog, by the way.
Wait till I see what I'm going to do to you.
Hit my dog.
Time to possess you.
Oh. But yeah, so in the case of Sam, he actually, we were asking that question, like, why does he take the dog? And it's like, well, it didn't have tags. They couldn't find an owner. And he had put it in his car and driven it to the vet. It becomes his responsibility. There is a sort of sense where he would be kind of deemed negligent to just leave it.
Is that in the States?
Or whatever. This one is from pethelpful.com, so I assume this is a general rule of thumb sort of thing in the States.
Okay.
I got to imagine there are more specific things that vary state to state or province to province in Canada, but this is just like in a general sense. It even says here, like, if you take the animal to a vet and the owner can't be identified, you may potentially be responsible for veterinary bills. So if you take this action, be sure to discuss this matter with the clinic beforehand.
Okay.
So there's kind of like just an interesting sort of, I found that kind of cool. So at any rate, I don't know, hitting a dog with your car, that was the lore.
Wow. I mean, here's the real problem. There's a lot of fucking this season.
And we're only at season 8, so
Yeah.
imagine the lore I'm going to be bringing.
Good thing there's no other vampire episodes this season.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. I'm sure in like 4 episodes, there's not another one.
I'm sure it will be fine.
I thought you had like done all of these in advance.
Well, some of them but no.
Yeah, because you talk. I mean, 3 years ago, you talked real hard about how you went through and like wrote them all down.
I mean, here's what it looks like. It's this column.
Oh, okay. So all those blank
So, like,
spots.
You know, some of them there's like go on a little tear for a bit, and then it's like, oh fuck, and then it's like, you know, that's not bad there, but like some of it is all set, some of it is not.
Look, I'm really looking forward to the lore of bunkers. So,
Do you know what? I might not have that in there. I mean, do that.
don't worry, Daddy gives you a little spice.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
worry.
ooh, I like that. Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely gonna need bunkers. I will say, I went ahead a little bit, and I did see one in here. It's in season 14, and I just wrote the lore for the lore. I just wrote grief beards. So even me planning ahead,
It's still
is weird
shooting
bullshit.
in the
Yeah.
fucking dark. Yeah. I like the idea that also these are in Dad's journal.
Yeah.
Like he's just writing
Like,
like,
if you encounter a grief beard, here's
Yeah.
what to do.
what if I fucking hit a dog?
I like that it's both like how to kill a werewolf and also like how to shave.
Yeah.
Be like, if you find this, because I know I sure as hell wasn't a dad to
Yeah.
you, maybe this book can be how to throw a baseball.
If
how
you-
to,
if you
like,
can
all
hit a-
sorts of shit.
If you hit a dog with your car.
You go through like a montage of Sam like throwing a football to the book.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, with that, it's time to get into today's episode. But before we do, let's take a quick break. And we're back.
Baby.
Time to get into the then. Sam moved on.
Yeah. Sam, I think, got abused.
I mean, and was into it.
Sam got Stockholm syndromed for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, sometimes it's a year, sometimes it's
If anything, Dean liberated him.
yeah. Sometimes it's 10.
I'm doubling down. Dean was right.
Yeah.
Sam was wrong.
Sometimes your podcast mate has to dean you
Wait, hang on.
because you're in it for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, which of us is Dean in that?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
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 Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Does there something
I'm
we need to
normally
talk
the
about?
Sam.
Do we need to talk about something?
No, I just mean like I'm the. Okay, never mind.
We should probably change subjects.
She listened to this. What if she tells me that I have to keep a dog?
Yeah. Dean went to purgatory.
Yeah.
He broed out with Benny.
Yep.
Castiel went weird.
I mean, he's less weird than he was last season.
Yeah, but they're making out like something's up with Castiel.
Yeah, I mean, other than being hunted, I'm not really sure there is.
I
but
know, but they're having a hard time figuring it out.
The show was like, we finally killed Cass. We got rid of him. And they were like, fine, people want Cass back. We brought him back. We don't know what to do with him. And then this year they're like, we still don't know what the fuck to do with
Yeah.
Cass.
I don't know. He's weird and in purgatory.
So
Also, Kevin's on the lam.
yes, yeah.
To the now.
Okay.
In Eagle Harbor, Washington, Benny follows another vampire, Quentin.
Yeah.
He's gonna go look at some feet shit.
Is he?
Tarantino.
I see.
When the vampire closes in on Quentin, Quentin's surprised to see Benny alive, since he held his legs down when another vampire, Sorrento,
Yeah.
cut off.
I love that vampires
Cut off his head.
all have names like Quentin, Sorrento, Salazar. Like they all have fucking like insane like names because they're all old. Like they're like, how do we show that they're old? Well, you can't be called Craig.
No.
You know, like we gotta.
Benny demands to know where he can find their maker and takes out a large knife when Quentin refuses to say. The other vampires then come out, and Quentin says that their maker is going to want to see Benny,
Yeah.
but his legs aren't required.
Yeah.
Benny tells them that he knows who he'll see if they kill him, and then decapitates Quentin in one
Well,
motion.
yeah. He's like, I know where you're going if I kill you, and I reckon I'll see you there or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he like.
and turns to the other vampires.
Benny's so goddamn cool,
He really is.
and he's dressed like
Oh, I know.
He's dressed like the sea captain that helps Tintin. He's dressed like
Kind of looks like the sea captain that helps him. Weird.
Yeah, whatever that guy's name is. I can't remember.
Did you see that Tintin shirt I sent you on TikTok?
No.
Oh, it's like, it seems like a really nice Tintin shirt on the front, and in the back, it's like very not okay.
Oh, okay. I'll have to see it later.
In Enid, Oregon, Sam and Dean break into a motel room, only to discover that Kevin Tran has laid a false credit card trail.
Yes.
Dean complains that Kevin is avoiding them, and Sam reminds him that he did try to kill Kevin's mother. Which Dean sort of responds and is like, because I thought it was Crowley. He's like, yeah, and I'm sure Kevin really cares about the fact that was the case when it was in his mom.
Yeah, I mean, also, I think there's a middle ground between them where Dean needs to accept that that's why Kevin is mad, and Sam needs to still be, like, Sam needs to not like make it like Dean did something wrong. Because Sam's like, you tried to kill his mom. It's like, did you just start fucking hunting? Do you we've been here. Like,
Lucky Crowley.
you know? Ooh. What, because he was in Kevin's mom?
Yeah. She's got it going on.
Yeah.
She's all I wanted.
Mom's got it going on.
Dean complains that Kevin is avoiding them, and Sam reminds him that he did try to kill his mom. Dean gets a call then and takes it outside, claiming that the signal is too weak and he has an excuse.
Yeah, he's like, I've only got 2 bars.
Yeah. I've got one big bar from Base 2's calling.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just say I've got a full signal. Once he can talk privately, Benny tells Dean that he messed up and needs his help. And I like Dean's, it's just like, what the fuck did you do? And he's like, not like that.
Yeah. He's like, not like that, but I wonder if I could call him one more favor.
Oh, I was like, is that British?
Well, no. Oh, no, I wasn't doing I would do if I could go.
It's kind of there.
I was trying to. I'm not good at accents
or sound effects, as we found out.
Listen, Patreon of a different podcast.
Sure,
it's all a crossover.
Once he can talk privately, he says that he needs help. As Sam watches from the window, Dean listens
from the wall till the sweat drips down his balls.
All Dean.
All
Dean,
these Dean males crawl.
Yeah.
Oh, Dean. No, Dean, goddamn.
Dean listens as Benny asks him for one last favor.
Yeah.
And Dean tells him, where can you find him?
Touch those lips before I die.
Just one more time.
Yeah.
Just one more time.
It's really good to hear your voice.
You can't do it for another one. Benny, why you calling me so late?
I know we were doing that with Sam like seasons ago.
But this is even
better.
This
is even better because Dean gets a call and immediately goes to the other room. It's like, hell yeah. It's kind of hard to talk right now.
Sammy's just in the other room.
Benny, why you crying? My bro's in the next.
It still works, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Sometimes I wish he was you.
That's a weird setup, the way we're doing it. 'Cause it's like, so Dean and Sam are hooking up. He just wishes it was Benny.
I guess I never really moved on.
I mean, if anything, this works better than the last time
it kind of does.
Oh, man.
We really blew our load.
Yeah.
Dean then goes back inside and tells Sam that he's got some personal business to take care of. So this is where I immediately start having a problem with this episode.
Okay. Hit me.
Sam's whole thing this entire fucking season has been like, I think you could do this alone.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even need me. And then the second that Dean's like, all right, I'm going to go do this thing alone. And he's like, you know you can't be by yourself. And he's like, but the whole point is that.
I think you're right. But I think the problem with the episode is that Sam's argument is wrong. Sam's thing is like, not like, why are you going alone?
Yeah.
Like, that's unsafe. But more like, you've been dragging me on this shit. Why are you leaving me out?
Sure.
And Sam never really puts that argument together, even though that's 100% the argument.
Like, yes, is Dean being weird about this? Absolutely. Should that be the reason why you start questioning things? Which is like, you're being really weird about this thing.
Yeah.
It's not telling me when I basically know everything.
But it
in
should be
your
weird
life.
because it's like A, that, but also B, you're the one dragging me along. And now you want to abandon
Yeah.
this thing and not bring me?
But instead, it's about like him being without him. And it's like, that's not.
I'm here without you, Sammy.
You're on my lonely mind. I'm here without you, Sammy, and I think about you all the time.
I'm here without. Oh man, I fucking love Jarl ballads.
I know
Oh,
you do.
Fuck yeah, love some butt rock power ballads.
So when Sam objects, Dean points out that his brother took a time off for a year, and he only needs a day.
Yeah,
He suggests that Sam do some research and try to track down Kevin.
yeah, you fucking nerd.
While he deals with his personal business,
Yeah.
and Sam reluctantly agrees.
Yeah.
As Dean
I
drives,
do kind of like that Sam's ultimate argument in this episode, or like ultimate thing, is like, what personal business? You have no life. Not like the one I left.
yes, I mean,
Cue flashback of dog-induced trauma.
yes. As Dean
I
drives
think
away,
we both had a difficult
Yeah.
year.
the same.
Yeah.
As
I
Dean,
was stuck in purgatory. Well, I hit a dog with my car, and then things were
and then
fine,
this woman
I guess.
abused me basically
Yeah.
for that entire year,
Anyway,
and I think I loved her.
to be honest, I don't know if anything's real.
As Dean drives away, he remembers fighting with Benny as his ally in Purgatory.
Yeah.
In Dean's recollection in Purgatory, Benny's whistling a slightly off key in the Hall of the Mountain King from the opera Peer Gynt by Edvard Grieg. This is actually the same tune whistled by Peter Lorre in the classic film M from 1931.
Oh, that's fun.
This film is loosely based on the murder, also called The Vampire of Dusseldorf.
That's fun.
Yeah. It's a little
Guess
bit
I
of-
could have done that for the lore. Anyway,
As
you know
Sam-
who Peter Lorre is, right?
Hugh Laurie's father?
No, it's spelled differently.
Ah.
Peter Lorre, really like famous actor, really like specific, kind of looking and sounding.
He's the guy that kind of sounds like this.
Oh, yes,
They
I
used him in
remember
like
him.
the Looney Tunes all the time. The guy with the
Yes.
big eye, like that's Peter Lorre. That's what he
Yes.
looked like.
He's in Casablanca.
Oh, that's right.
You know, at the
yes.
beginning,
Yes.
he's
Please, Rick, I need to keep this safe.
or whatever. Like that's
Yes.
that's Peter Lorre.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Could have done the lore on Peter Lorre.
We both had Peter Lorre at impressions.
Let's see what the Peter Lorre says about hitting a dog with your car.
the Peter Lorre. Holy shit. He
You
briefed.
may be responsible if you put the dog in your car.
That's the new segment. Let's see what
The
Peter
Peter
Lorre
Lorre
says
says.
about vampires.
I think vampires are very scary.
I was in a movie about vampires.
Honestly,
Oh yeah, that's a voice I could do.
honestly, craft services was kind of bad.
It's just like
I'm
monotonous.
here without you, baby.
Okay, no. We're not.
Peter Lorre sings the hits
Jesus Christ.
on 2 special edition CDs.
My girl's in the next room.
The lips of an angel.
Sometimes I wish he was you.
That's as relevant as my Casey Kasem impression.
I mean, possibly less.
Yeah, Casey Kasem was at least in like the
And
60s.
connected to music.
Yeah. As Sam brings up his laptop, he checks briefly up on his girlfriend Amelia's computer records. His
Wait,
whole thing is like, I'm
yeah.
just checking on her.
Yeah. I like it was like I had a normal life with a woman that hated me
Yeah.
that I continue to stalk.
I mean, sounds like most marriages.
I think you might have a skewed perspective on this.
Also, Sam quotes our old buddy Elmer Fudd.
Sorry?
Sam says,
What does he say?
"You are a wascally wabbit, Mr. Twain."
Oh, yes, he does. Yeah. Sorry. For a second, I was like, does he say something conservative? Because I was like thinking of R. Elmer Fudd. I actually think Antifa was the problem
Yeah.
that day.
Oh, Twan.
No collusion.
Twan, I think China's our next big problem.
Jesus. Actually, the vice president doesn't have to certify the votes.
So then we cut as Sam realizes that the bathroom exhaust fan is loose.
Yeah.
He then has a flashback
To
This is-
that other time he fixed a fan.
Also, you know
We
what?
both had a difficult year.
Yeah, I do really hate this scene because of the acting specifically.
Oh, acting's horrible, but also like true. I can't believe we are like full arrowing this season where it's like we got to see what he's been up to all year.
Oh
And
my
like
God.
for Dean, it's like in the forest, like
I know.
And then we cut to Sam, and he's like squeaky, squeaky,
Yeah.
squeaky. There, I think it's fine. Hey, are you the piece of shit that hit that dog? And then that's it.
There's a moment that I wish that it would have made the scene just a little bit better, which is like he fixed the fan or he like goes to see what the creepy sound is in his motel room, sees that it's a squeaky like a fan, and it said he just looks at it terrified instead of like making a smile to be like I remember another
Yeah.
time. Instead he just like looks at it scared, and I'm like it's such a small direction, but like instead to be like if you're gonna go to a flashback,
It's because no one knows what is meant to be happening.
Yes.
Here. Like it's so obvious that they were like, well, we only wrote like 16 minutes of a
yes.
40-minute episode. Can we like jam a bunch of weird like Sam fixing shit flashbacks in there? It's so insane.
It feels so like second thought.
It's because they were like, we have an awesome trajectory for Dean this season, and Sam is also here. What could we do with him? Like, I don't know. We fixed shit.
Yeah, he was a maintenance guy.
Yeah, is that like
Is that
cool
a thing
to
Yeah.
do to be?
Is that something for him to do?
Can we make it so the vet lived in a motel?
Is this an episode?
Are we writers?
Yeah. Just saying, maybe AI could have done a better job here.
No, that's not the direction we're going with this. I'm going to blame consulting producers Eugenie Ross Lemming and
Sure.
the other one.
As we know, as we found out very recently, there was like maybe there's a marriage reason why Eugenie Ross Lemming's in this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, somebody was saying that I think she's married to Robert
Oh,
Singer.
to Singer, right.
Yeah, well, you know, nepotism.
Yeah.
Sometimes poor quality.
I mean, frankly, like, Sam's basically like a hunting Nepo baby.
Yeah. Fair.
I mean, I guess Dean is too.
Yeah. But like, look, sometimes it's going to work.
But Sam really seems like it.
yeah.
Dean feels like he's earned it.
Meanwhile,
Just shitting on Sam.
yeah, I know all of those blogs are going to get mad at us.
Whatever.
Meanwhile, Dean arrives in Eagle Harbor and finds Benny's car. He takes out a full cooler of blood
Yeah.
and boards a fuel tanker where Benny is like laying, kind of dying.
Yeah. Meanwhile, somewhere else in America's like, could have sworn this cooler was full. I got deliveries to do. Where the fuck is this cooler?
Oh, I think your brother came and take it. You know, your blood brother?
I don't have a brother. Son of a bitch.
It's Richie's blood service.
Wait, sorry, Richie's doing it?
Richie's the other blood guy.
Vinny's brother is Richie Blood?
That's right. We never got Richie's last name.
Holy shit.
It's Vinny and Richie
But do you
Blood.
remember how last week we also established that canonically there's also Lil Richie?
Oh, yeah, it's me. Oh, yeah. Hey, it's Richie.
Hey, Toots, it's me,
Wasn't
Lil
he?
Richie.
Yeah, Lil Richie.
Oh, this is going to be another easy to listen to episode.
Big Richie took the blood.
Wow.
So once Benny is healed, they go to Benny's motel room, and the vampire thanks Dean for his help. Dean wonders what was going on and refuses to let Benny dodge the question.
Well, yeah, and Benny's like doing pretty well. He's like, got a pint of blood in me. I was about to do it. I'm not going to do it. Oh, got a pot of blood in me.
Oh my God! Whoa, Benny!
Yeah, I'm transported to Cajun somewhere.
Yeah.
Um,
Somewhere. A year ago in Purgatory, Dean and Benny fight off more vampires, and Castiel lays a hands on one, destroying it completely.
Yeah, we kind of establish in this scene, like, Benny's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, that very helpful, or whatever.
I feel like it's getting worse.
I'm sure it's fine. Don't get me wrong, it's very helpful. Having an angel on the side, but he's acting like a beacon.
Benito.
Yeah. It's that, like, an angel in Purgatory, like, is such like a flare in the sky. Like, they're fighting way more monsters than they even should have to in Purgatory because they're all being attracted to Cass. So Cass actually had the right idea by, like, abandoning Dean before.
So this is an offhand comment, but we do find out finally what Castiel's rank is.
Yeah, he says he's a seraph.
He's a seraph, which takes orders from the archangels.
Yes.
So Zachariah was also a seraph.
Yeah.
So he's basically the same level as Zachariah.
Yeah.
Who took orders from Michael.
Yeah.
So Dean refuses to leave Castiel behind and says that he'll save him if he has to kill all three of them to do it. Back in the present, Benny tells Dean that he came to find Quentin, a fellow member of his nest, and he knew that Quentin could lead him to their maker. And he plans to kill the vampire before the vampire kills him, because he's just like,
because he says, like, that's my maker killed me.
Yeah,
like, and so I'm gonna.
So he finds out that I'm back. He's probably gonna come for me anyways.
I'm back. I'm gonna get revenge. Basically,
we then cut back to Sam sitting in front of his motel room and working on his laptop. He looks up and sees a woman getting ice from the machine.
Yeah, that reminds me of the other ice machine.
Sam fixes the motel ice machine, and Everett sends him to work on a woman's sink.
I thought he was fixing the air conditioner.
Yeah, then he fixed the ice machine.
the ice machine. Yeah,
now that he's got the job.
Right, sorry, yes.
Yes, that it literally was, I remember another ice machine.
Yeah. Jesus, what a fucking stupid episode.
I remember another time I was in a motel.
We spent so much time on this where it's like we got to treat them equally. Like, contractually, we must give Jensen and Jared the same amount of stuff to do.
It's a real fucking...
But we've only story plotted.
It's a real Vin Diesel The Rock situation, yeah.
Yeah, although at least they give both of them action,
interesting things,
you know?
yeah.
Like, if every time we cut away to Luke Hobbs, he was just like sweeping, we wouldn't get a spin-off.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Or Shaw. Yeah, this is me just doing my sweeping.
Yeah, I'm doing my sweeping.
There it is. I wanted to give you an accent you could do.
Thank you. It's me, Cajun.
No,
Benny.
never
Fuck,
mind.
Shit.
He's surprised when Amelia, the veterinarian, comes in and demands to know why he's in
Who the fuck are you? Are you a creep? Why are you fixing my sink, you creep?
Dean and Benny search Quentin's body.
Like, you're a vet that lives in a motel.
Yeah, which one of us is weird?
You've lived in town for 3 months.
Yeah.
Find a house.
I mean, housing is challenging.
Now?
Sure.
This is like a decade ago.
No excuse.
Yeah. It was a decade ago when everything was fine.
Yeah, you make good animal
when
doctor
nothing
money.
bad had happened.
Yes. Dean and Benny search Quentin's body and find a list of names.
Yeah.
Benny confirms that they're names of yachts along with their launch times. I do like that he insults Dean. He's like, yeah, it's like there's the word SEA is in one of these names. Like, how did you not figure that out?
And Dean's like, my brother's the smart one.
I do like that it's like, it's like somebody else who gets to know Dean is like, oh, you are dumb.
Oh, sweetie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He explains that he and his nestmates used to go ashore, locating likely yachts, and then capturing them on the high seas and eating the crews.
And then, sinking the ship, so, let the sea take all the evidence, which is sort of brilliant.
One, yes. Two, I did enjoy
That's as good as the emo poetry online forum scheme.
Yes.
Vampires got some schemes.
I
Werewolves, no schemes.
No, it's true. I do like initially he says, you're pirates. Wait, you're vampire pirates. You're vampirates.
Yeah, I also looked up Vampirates. It's a book series. It looks terrible.
Of course.
Yeah.
I like that he's like, Benny's like, oh, yeah, I'm surprised we didn't think of that. And he's like, that's like the third thing that you say. And he's like, it is
Benny's
not.
Like, it's not.
Yeah.
And then there's just a pause and you go
what was the third thing?
Should we cut back to Sam, I guess?
Yeah,
now that we've undercut all the interesting charisma and momentum in this scene, do we just watch Sam fix a lamp or something? What are we even doing here?
The Maker always rented a house nearby, and Dean
This is our
finds...
spooky Halloween episode. What's spookier than motel maintenance?
Yeah. There you got that one.
Inkers.
Yeah,
You
there-
challenge this
Yeah,
week?
yeah, that's why. Okay.
So, yeah, that was Grave Divine.
Yeah. And Dean finds a cable bill for Prentice Island.
Yeah.
As they drive...
You're fired.
Oh, Apprentice
Yeah.
Island, yeah. Yeah. You've been voted off Prentice Island.
You've been voted off the fired. Fuck.
Yeah. Pack your knives and go.
Yeah.
As they drive to the docks to get a boat, Benny explains that the makers rule their nest as if they were a deity.
Right.
And the vampire children come to actually see them as that.
Right.
Benny felt the same as the other vampires until he met a Greek heiress,
Yeah.
Andrea Kormos.
Here's the craziest thing in this episode. Benny tells us, like, yeah, I found her. She was gorgeous. We traveled the world together. I found something that day. I found like a reason to keep going.
I hate a dog. And
I loved her so much. And then you have to cut to Sam and be like, we're supposed to care about Sam's stupid fucking bullshit year. Benny just told, we didn't even see it. Benny told us better than what we're going to have to spend like 7 episodes on with
in
fucking
one
Sam.
line, yeah, and you were fine. You can imagine
It's
it.
at this point in the episode, I was like, should we just get rid of Sam
Yeah.
and just follow Benny and Dean?
I mean, truly. Benny and the Dean.
And I say that as someone that's watched the whole show.
Yeah.
but
But
like
this season, fuck.
especially in this episode, though, it's like, so wait, so you do know like how to do this properly, but you're just not
Choosing
giving
not
it to
to.
the character that needs it.
Yes.
And it's so insane. This episode is like, look at all the tools in our tool belt. I used this hammer to screw in a painting. And you go like, what? Why would you do it like that?
Yeah,
Why
you
is-
know how to use
I don't even
this.
think you can.
Yeah. So he fell in love with this heiress, went away with her, leaving the vampires behind. They settled in Louisiana, where Dean found his body.
Louisiana.
Almost.
Yeah, go to accent.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
That's not Benny,
go,
buddies.
Oh, go them crawdad.
Yeah, that is
Suck
a-
it.
That is a voice.
That's Louisiana.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more trashy than what we
Yeah,
get with Benny.
Sure, yeah.
They settled in Louisiana near where Dean found his body, but the Maker tracked Benny down and had his minions decapitate the errant vampire while he ripped out Andrea's throat.
Yeah, because he found a life and like abandoned, quote, the nest, and yeah, you can't have that. One person goes, they'll all go.
That's right. The two men get to the docks and take a boat out to the island. As they land, Dean considers sending a text message to Sam, but changes his mind.
Yeah.
Benny comments the island forest resembles purgatory and admits that he's having trouble distinguishing the real world from purgatory.
Yeah.
Dean tells him that they're real and that they have to believe if they're going to cope. That what we have here is real.
Yeah. Not like me and my brother.
Yeah, no, that's just sex.
That's just a pipe dream.
It sure is a pipe dream.
Oh, yeah. A laying pipe dream.
They find the manor and break in and split up to search the place.
Yeah.
Benny finds a photo of Andrea as she comes down the stairs and calls to him.
Yeah.
The other vampires...
I don't think I'd leave my vampire nest for her, but
Yeah, she's not that hot.
it's not even about the hot thing. It's like,
oh.
there's, because she's attractive, like objectively, but
Sure.
I just find her like personality very flat.
Sure,
like
yeah.
the way Benny describes her is like she taught me about music and
Yeah,
like art,
yeah.
and I saw beauty in the world again. Like she seems like she should be more interesting,
Sure, yeah.
and she seems really boring.
Yeah, I
Very
agree.
attractive, very boring,
Totally.
and especially because we just came from Benny being like it totally like changed my perspective on unlife or whatever I have.
Yes.
And you go like, well, that should be.
She
Again,
should-
that's a thing I feel like they're trying to set up with Sam
But
and Amelia.
but they
But
go
Amelia,
too hard on
Amelia is also not bringing any of that. Like
no.
it should be like, yeah, I don't even know a good example, but it's like someone that's like into poetry or like, have you never just danced in the rain, or like someone that would like do like that shit. And like this person doesn't look like that. Like
No.
that's her thing. You know what I mean?
Yes. feels more heiress than like person
Yeah.
you fall in love with.
Yeah, not like, like my parents wanted me to take over the business, but I
Yes.
wanted to travel. Like,
yeah.
that's the vibe I was expecting, and that's not what we get.
No,
out of her.
she just comes off like
Granted,
a vapid
she is
heiress.
different now than Benny remembers, but
yes.
I feel like you should get some sense of it, and
Totally.
I don't.
The other vampires ambush Benny and beat him, while Dean doubles back and realizes that his friend is in trouble.
Yeah.
Benny wakes up a short time later and finds himself chained to a chair. Andrea, Sorrento, and the remaining vampires are there, and Benny realizes...
Thaddeus,
Yeah. He realizes...
Nebuchadnezzar,
Okay.
I don't know.
He realizes that the Maker made Andrea a vampire.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sam calls Dean and...
Benny thought she was dead.
Yeah.
Because he said, like, I saw the Maker rip her throat out.
Yeah,
clearly.
exactly. Sam calls Dean, but he ignores the call and avoids the vampires patrolling the hallway.
Yeah.
Unable to reach his brother, Sam checks Amelia's computer records again, because that's...
Yeah, let's see how she's doing.
Yeah, maybe that'll bring me to Dean. Yeah. Sam explains that he's a motel maintenance man and that Everett sent Sam to fix the sink. He wonders why Amelia is staying at the hotel, because she's been at the hotel for 3 months.
Because I guess we're both just looking for something.
Yeah.
See, we have something in common, even though it clearly doesn't look like it.
The veterinarian tells Sam to go, and he drops off the keys and walks away.
Yeah.
Dean finally calls Sam back and asks what he wants, and he says that he's busy.
I don't know why Dean picks up this time.
Yeah, I know. And he's just like, I'm fucking dealing with vampires. And
I will say this. It doesn't make sense that Dean hangs up, but then picks up. He's not in less danger.
Yeah.
But I will say, this is a part of the episode I actually like, which is Dean talking on the phone to Sam while he fights off vampires. Is pretty fun.
And he's just like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like,
And like, shh, and then he has to like put the phone down and fight. And then Sam's like, "What's happening?" And he's like, "I'm fighting against the vampires." And like, I actually kind of like this bit of the episode. This works for me.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But then he drops his phone and breaks it.
Yeah.
Dean, but before he does that, Dean says he's like, I'm fighting with a friend.
Yeah.
He's like, a friend?
And Sam is this close to saying, "You don't have friends."
Yes. Also, like, what's her name? I mean,
Yeah. Does he have long hair?
Yeah. Andrea tells Sorrento to bring the Maker. Once he leaves, Benny wonders how she is in charge, and Andrea tells him that the Maker trusts her and that she is his lieutenant.
Yeah.
Benny accuses her of sleeping with the Maker, and then Andrea slaps him.
Yeah.
She then tells the vampires to get what the Maker needs to make Benny suffer. However, once they're alone, Andrea kisses Benny and tells her that the Maker decided to convert her rather than kill her, but she doesn't know why. Benny blames himself and apologizes, but Andrea tells him that he never hid anything from her.
Yeah.
When he wonders why Andrea is still with the nest, she reminds him of how it was, it is when a vampire is created, and the Maker takes the role of a personal deity.
Yeah.
Benny says that he understands, and Andrea gives him a buck knife. She says that she can't kill the Maker, but Benny can since he's come back from the grave.
Yeah.
Showing that their Maker isn't all powerful anymore.
Yeah. They keep calling the Maker the old man,
Yes.
too. Yeah.
When Benny tells her that he came to stop the killing, Andrea says that once he kills the Maker, they can be together.
Yeah.
Sorrento returns and tells Andrea that he's to bring Benny to the Maker.
Yeah.
Sam argues with Dean over the phone, and he's not going with him, but Dean finally texts Sam the location and hangs up.
Yeah.
He leaves the phone on the table, moves off, and the vampire notices the screen flashing and comes over.
Yeah.
Dean decapitates it and turns to as another vampire approaches them.
Yeah, this is where the phone breaks.
Yeah.
Dean's like, "God damn it. That's a nice one."
Sorrento takes Benny to their Maker, who wonders how his former favorite came back from the dead.
Yeah. And he's, they call him the old man, but he looks young because he's a vampire.
Yeah. Benny offers to show him, and the Maker admits that he regretted having to kill him. The Maker explains that he turned Andrea into a vampire for revenge, and so that he would have something left to remember Benny with.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this scene kind of doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't even feel that, like, emotionally rewarding for Benny. Like, it's kind of like...
There's no chemistry between the two of them.
I get that they're vampires, and that Benny is different from them.
Yeah.
But they just seem too, like, generically, like, evil. Like, it doesn't feel.
He even says, "I'm evil."
It doesn't feel personal enough. You know, like what it should be is like, you left me. You know, like that relationship, the maker thing. Like, but
like we've seen with other
because
vampires.
the maker doesn't get upset at all, which I guess is part of the act or whatever. But like, this should be more
personal,
like jilted lovers. Like, there should be more personal stakes to this, and there aren't. And so it kind of just feels like we're just on a normal hunt. Like, it doesn't like. This doesn't feel like it's the like big, like Benny's big moment. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know. Something is unsatisfying about that. It's so different from like Dean and who was the torture demon? You know.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like, that felt like a like.
Oh, Dean.
Oh, Dean, I've got ideas for you, Dean.
So many ideas for you, Dean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you a torture you can't refuse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alistair,
thank you. Alistair and Dean, like that felt like there was like a real personal vendetta and connection and stuff like that. And there's just nothing between Benny and the Maker. It's real like weak.
We do get the first time in the entire series someone uses the phrase "wayward son."
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was about to do the Alistair voice.
My wayward son. My wayward son. I send you them, my Kal-El, my wayward son.
This is literally the first time any character has ever used that moniker, which is ironically between vampires and not anybody speaking to the Winchester.
What a throwaway.
I know.
Again, just a weirdly, like, what is happening?
I know.
In this episode.
Two vampires then spot Dean as he hauls away corpses of the vampires he killed. They go after him, and Dean decapitates them as well. I mean, this is Dean just like cleaning house.
Which is cool, but also like, if we're going to cut away from Dean killing vampires, there better be emotional stakes, anything interesting with Sam.
Yes.
And we don't get either.
But we do get more purgatory, which is cool.
That's fine. The purgatory stuff's fine. I don't mind filling in the blanks here.
In purgatory, Dean, Benny, and Castiel head for the portal. Benny explains that even before he died, he decided not to feed on humans.
Yeah.
Dean doesn't believe that he has the capacity. He has accepted his humanity, but Benny says that it doesn't matter. He figures that Castiel already knows that they won't get out of purgatory with an angel in tow, since Castiel stands out to the other inhabitants.
Yeah, because like Benny's point is like, listen, if my soul hitches a ride with you, like beneath the fangs, I was human.
Yeah,
like I'm pretty sure I could get out inside of you, but I don't like. An angel has like, there's no way that this portal made to get humans out.
Yes,
it's gonna get an angel.
Yeah, like this,
out.
this dimension doesn't want humans here, but like it doesn't know what to do with angels.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it wasn't prepared for this eventuality.
Yeah. Dean says, "Cass, we're going to shove your ass back through the eye of that needle."
Yeah.
In the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke, we read parables about it being easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the gates of heaven.
Yeah.
The general interpretation is that you must give up your desire for possessions to enter heaven. Applying the caste and purgatory is puzzling.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't make any sense. As they travel, Castiel spots a Leviathan coming and tells his companions to run.
Yeah.
Sam gets addressed from...
He almost does like a Gandalf, like, this foe is beyond any of you. Run!
Fly, you fools! Yeah. Sam gets the address from Dean, steals a car, and drives to Eagle Harbor.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess Sam's doing something this episode.
Dog runs back to Amelia's room, and Sam goes after him.
She lives in a motel, but just keeps the door open because I love meeting strange new people.
Yes. But don't come in here because I'll be very upset.
Like, this is the other thing. For narrative convenience, the dog has to run in. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to any of this bullshit.
Yeah. She finds it reassuring, though, that dog is still around. And he congratulates her on her stitching, saying that she has
I've seen a lot of stitches in my time. And she's like, you're the scariest person I've ever met.
Yeah.
I mean, she's right.
She's like, all of your clothes are from the army surplus.
Yeah, you live in a motel and you've seen a lot of stitches.
Yeah, you're a fucking creep.
But on the flip side, I keep my door open, so come on in.
And he's like, you've been also living in a motel for 3 months, so I guess we're both kind of weird.
So I guess we're both running from something. She's like, I'm a vet. It's not the same. Like, she should say, I'm a vet. It's not the same.
Yes.
But it is the same. Don't you get it? Sam had a quote, difficult year, end quote.
Sam tries to call Dean again without success and speeds up. When the Maker says that he never lets anything go, Benny points out that he has almost nothing after living for so long.
Yeah.
The Maker boasts that at least he has Andrea, but Benny reveals that Andrea unlocked his handcuffs before bringing him in. He's like, I guess you don't have everything.
Yeah, baby.
Shoot
him. It was,
What?
it's from the... There's that like crocodile.
No.
Like
I know.
the Gator Hunter
You've
show.
used shoot 'em many a
That's-
times.
I was trying to find the accent.
Yeah. Sorrento tries.
Just
Just stop.
play a card of Gambit.
That's basically just Cajun Man, slightly with more like dialogue from Gambit. Sorrento tries to decapitate Benny, but the vampire ducks the blade. You'll see that like suddenly Benny's got all this like fighting because it like
Yeah.
all these other vampires are just fucking vampires. They
Yeah.
didn't really
And
learn
Benny has spent all of this time in purgatory.
an entire year fighting every moment of every day.
A year in the real. Well, I mean, who knows how long Benny was?
I
in
mean,
there,
who
right?
knows? Yeah.
Because Dean was in purgatory for a year in our world.
Yes.
But again, there's the time dilation.
Yeah, we don't
thing.
really ever go through that.
Although maybe purgatory doesn't really have it because they haven't really
Address
examined
that, yeah.
But like, who knows how long Benny was dead for? At least a couple of years, maybe.
Totally, yeah.
So he's for nonstop for like 2 years. Benny has been fighting every day.
Yeah.
So he like fucking owns Sorrento.
Yes.
Where he's like, you're named after a shitty car.
Yeah. Hey, Kia, get over
Actually,
here.
I've never driven a Kia Sorrento. It might be fine. I'd like to apologize to Kia. We'll still take those advertising dollars.
Yeah. Please send us a Kia.
Yeah.
I'll take one.
Yeah, like, could you do it like Casper mattresses, though, where it comes in a small box and then it, like...
Expands out into a
expands
full
out,
Kia. Yeah, in your house, it fucking
Yeah, oh,
goes
shit.
through the
I should have
walls.
opened this in the driveway.
Benny decapitates Sorrento and makes and turns for the Maker, who says that he's seen and done everything, and that it means nothing to him.
Yeah.
And that evil is the only thing he has left.
Yeah.
Benny asks his Maker...
Because I'm evil.
I know.
In lieu of steaks, I'm bad.
Evil.
Yeah, fine.
Benny
fucking
asks his
whatever.
Maker, you know what Socrates said about life unconsidered? Socrates said that unconsidered life is not worth living. And
Yeah.
I do like that.
Benny's well read. I'm fucking hot for Benny.
I mean, truly. I'm hot for Benny.
He's an ethical, well read,
gruff fucking
like
pirate.
1950s fisherman.
Yeah. Truly.
I'm in.
He could fucking vampirate this ass.
Easy.
I've got plenty of booty for him.
Easy.
Can plunder this.
Jesus.
Benny slams him into the cabinet.
O marks the spot.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
It's more of a star than an X.
Jesus.
But Benny slams him into the cabinet and tells him to fight. But the Maker insists that he'll die on his terms and that he will live by his story, not Benny's. Benny takes out his knife and says that he's going to show his creator a brand new world. I'm kind of annoyed that we don't get to see it.
A whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes.
Once he's done, Benny goes back to Andrea with his bloody knife
Yeah.
and tells her that the Maker is dead.
It's done. And she goes, great. Now we can be evil together. And you go, what? And she goes, we can kill yacht people again?
Yeah.
And he's like, no. And she's like, but I want to take over the yacht. And Benny's like, but you used to be three-dimensional. She goes, no, killing the yacht people. And then Dean kills her.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, I guess this isn't love.
Yeah.
You're just fucking hollow monster.
Yeah. I guess you really weren't a character after all.
Fucking truly, yeah.
I'll always have how I narrated you in Dean's car.
But as they go to the boat, Benny asks why, and at first you're like, oh shit, well he's gonna be like, why did you kill my fucking girl?
Yeah.
And instead he's like, why did you keep your word and resurrect me? And you realize that like Benny's like, oh fuck, I'm not a vampire anymore. Like I don't know what I am anymore.
I mean, he is.
No, but I mean he's
yes.
not like.
But yeah, he doesn't live like one. He doesn't
think like one anymore.
Yeah,
like
he doesn't. He's not 100% sure he actually has a place in the world.
Yeah, and Benny admits, he doesn't know what he is.
Yeah.
Dean, Benny, and Castiel are cut off now when two Leviathans arrive
Oh yeah, in purgatory.
Yeah.
We do another flashback.
and attack them.
I like the Leviathans showing up. They kind of like
Shoot in
land
like fucking comets.
They
and like,
they land like fucking venom.
yeah,
And then like and then like form. Like I think it looks cool.
Me too.
It really works for me, and I like that it's like.
Because here they actually can travel quickly.
Yeah, they have like monster powers
Yeah.
in their monster realm. Yeah.
Dean decapitates one, but the other one grabs Castiel. Benny saves Castiel from the other, much to the Angel's surprise.
And Dean clocks it. You realize like Dean's like, oh, that's the moment he was like,
I trust
this guy.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's why Dean keeps his
It's also
word.
part of the whole thing right before they get to this when Benny's like, you and your fucking friend thing.
Yeah.
They then pull the boat to the dock, and Sam is waiting for them, like a jilted lover.
Yeah, I've been up all night.
Yes.
And Dean's like,
do you know what time it is?
Dean's like, we fixed it. And he's like, and who is this?
And he sees, and as he holds Benny's hand, he realizes that it's cold.
Yeah.
And so then he goes to grab his knife, and in slow motion, Dean's like, don't fucking do it.
Yeah. And Benny's like, I see you got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, but
It's
see
Sam,
ya.
And Sam just glares at Dean and be like, oh, is this just another one of your whores?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I had a normal life where a mean lady in a motel yelled at me until she made me a birthday cake in the park? ?
Yeah, this is all a narrative.
We're also jumping all the like. Well, I mean, this is the other thing when we do all of the purgatory stuff, we're more or less following it in order.
Yes.
The Sam stuff is like, I don't know. We got to do like
Let's do the end,
this.
and now we'll go back to the beginning or the middle, I guess.
We have zero plan.
Yes. No idea what
It's
to do
so
with Sam.
fucking sloppy.
Well, that is the end of the episode. But before we talk about it, let's take a quick break. And we're back.
I've had a lot of time to think about it. I love this episode.
Tell me more about that.
Well, this episode first told me I was a bad person because I tried to help the dog I hit. But now I love this episode.
Now you're kind of into it.
And now I couldn't imagine leaving this life behind
Sure.
for anything that I knew before.
Sure.
No, this episode's bullshit. It doesn't make me as viscerally angry as last week's episode does. Like, last week's episode has that thing that bugs me of, like, squandered potential.
Sure.
Where it's like, you took a really cool idea and fucked it up, in my opinion.
Okay.
But in this episode, I'm like, there's nothing here. Like, you know, like, it's not like you fumbled this.
Yeah.
You just look around and you go, like, what is this? You'd be
Yes.
like, oh, fuck, we only wrote 21 episodes. Can we jumble a bunch of random shit together to fill one episode mid-season?
Sure, it is Halloween, and we are a scary show.
Should we do something interesting for that? No. Just phone everything in.
Yeah, we'll
phone in Benny's backstory, even though we care about that character.
Yeah.
Phone in Sam's year because we don't know what that is. Phone in, like, any kind of, like, should we learn something new about vampires? Absolutely not.
No way.
Should we, like... like, just, it's so fucking flat and dull.
Yeah.
It's objectively worse than last week, but it's also, like, I gave last week's episode, like, a punishment ranking because it fucked up a cool idea.
So this better be lower.
No, because this one is just, like, it's mid and bleh.
That should be worse.
It should, but it's not.
How dare you?
Yeah, this episode is just boring. You're like, how do you still not have an idea of, like, what Sam's thing is? We still haven't seen his normal life. This is
I
like
know.
the fourth time we're doing flashbacks. We're still just seeing him meet her.
True.
Like, surely by now we should see.
we got one flash, the cake.
But even that was just like, what is this? I don't know what a birthday is. Like, surely we should see, like, what the normal life. What, like,
Sure.
I mean, we got a lot more with Dean and Lisa anyway. But with Dean and Lisa, we saw the normal life.
Yeah,
we saw him, like,
in one episode.
out in the shed or cutting the grass.
One
or, like,
episode did it.
It was so easy.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is the fourth time we've seen Amelia, and it's still like, oh, I'm the dog guy. Like, who are you? Like,
Sure.
it's so insane to me that they're doing that. We don't even have straight what Sam wants this season. Because Dean's like, I got to go on my own. And Sam doesn't say, but you said you didn't want to do this on your own. It's
Yes.
just say it. Like, the rest of the episode could even play out
Yeah.
and say, but just say that,
Yes.
and we'll know that you're tracking Sam's arc this year.
Yes.
But they don't even do that.
No.
Benny, who we love, gives this amazing speech where we're like, holy shit, that should be what Sam's doing. And then when we meet her, we go like, oh, no, never mind. There's no inner life to this performance at
No.
all. The vampires are mustache twirly evil. And then you
Yes.
just kind of, like, there's no personal stakes. There's no, like, this thing that should be Benny's like Dark Night of the Soul kind of thing is just like, oh yeah, you killed the woman I love. Yeah, I killed my maker. I guess that's fine. Anyway, you like
Moving on.
it's just, I mean, that is some squandered potential, which is infuriating. No, do you know what? This does fucking suck.
Yeah.
But I am less angry than I was
my
last
God.
week. I'm going to give this,
You're only just mad because I liked it.
I'm mad because I was mad. I gave my ranking first last week.
Yeah, but you know how I felt.
Yeah, but you're wrong. So, and everyone listening that said I was wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah, there
so
it is.
Take
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
No, this
Time
week
for another segment of Reed lashes out at everyone.
it's fine.
That's the audio cut.
Yeah, that's the drop.
Yeah. It's fine.
I would give this episode. I'd give this episode 2 motel veterinarians.
Sure.
Yeah,
That seems fair.
It's pretty weak.
Yeah. I mean, what's frustrating is that like if this was a Hallmark movie, she would have been like, "Oh yeah, I asked the guy to send somebody in to fix my sink. There's a guy here. Oh, it's that guy from before."
Yeah. It's like, because the guy's like, the woman keeps complaining about her sink.
Yeah.
She doesn't come in and go like, "Oh, the thing I she goes like, "What are you doing to my sink?" It's all like, "What are you doing to my sink?"
Yes.
"Oh, I'm bugging it." You know how you bug a sink?
Yeah. I'm setting it into rape mode, I guess.
Jesus Christ.
You know how us robbers do.
Jesus.
So
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Benny's great in this episode. I mean,
He's doing so much with nothing.
Yeah, and I
That
actually
actor's
think
awesome.
Dean's doing a decent job in
Yeah,
this
Dean's
too.
good, yeah.
Like I don't mind him in this episode. I think that everything else is completely squandered and unnecessary.
Yeah, I
I think like there's very little redeemable parts about this episode. The performances are decent by those actors who are given nothing.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is just like, it's really disappointing. So I'm going to give this also 2 out of 5 sippy cup blood bags.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Jesus.
Those are our reviews. Time for a note from a fellow hunter.
Ooh, all right, let's have it.
Richard and Reed. Hey guys, I've been a big fan of the podcast for about a year now, and I wanted to thank a fellow listener for introducing me to you.
Oh, that's nice.
They left a comment on the other podcast Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Directing to your show for real fan content.
Wow.
And oh man, were they right?
That's hilarious.
I love that you guys are as excited about SPN and the boys as I am. I look forward to the show every Tuesday, and between episodes I sometimes re-listen to old ones.
Oh, that's nice.
I've been tempted to write in dozens of times, but re-listening to On the Head of a Pin finally pushed me to do it. Here's a list of thoughts, hot takes, and answers to your questions that I've been saving up.
Whoa. Oh, my God. Let's do it. Lightning round.
Angels and dresses. On a Head of a Pin isn't actually the only time we see an angel in a dress,
Okay.
as Richard said in the episode. No spoilers, but you get to, but you know who wears one in Lily Sunder Has Some Regrets in season 12, episode 10. Martin.
Okay.
You guys mentioned in Sam Interrupted that it would be cool to see Martin the Hunter come back. Good news. He does, and you're almost there.
Oh, yeah.
Although maybe not, that's not actually a good thing when you think about what happens in Citizen Fang, episode 8.
Right.
9.
All right.
Destiel. It cracks me up that you guys are always talking about the moment that launched a 1,000 ships.
Yeah, it's like every time they're on screen together.
And got the fandom started with Destiel. So I thought I'd share the answer.
Oh. Okay.
According to the fandom lore, the first Destiel fic went up on AO3 the very same night as Lazarus Rising.
So the first time Castiel showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, a few smoldering looks and a stabbing was all that it took. I mean, that's
listen,
also. I'm sure that was
also in the fanfic. Yeah, a few smoldering looks and a stabbing.
That's the title of it.
Yeah.
Fun fact: in 2021, the fandom broke 100,000 SDL fics on the platform. Misha actually posted on social media to celebrate. LOL. I attached a screenshot of
That does
this.
sound like a Misha thing to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hot take.
Okay.
I loved the sandwich segment, and I'm still waiting for my sandwich slut hoodie.
Hell yeah.
It broke my heart when you guys didn't bring the segment back full time for season 7. Read.
Okay.
This entire season hinges on food, and Dean gets high off a sandwich. How could you not capitalize on that?
Hey, there's a couple of choice sandwich segments in season 7.
Anyways, the only thing that I personally can't stand on the podcast is right-wing Elmer Fudd.
Wow. I've got good news and bad news. We finally read your letter on an episode.
Yep.
The bad news?
So did Elmer Fudd.
I'm here too.
Yeah, that's why.
And at least I know which bathroom to use.
Yeah. The WB wants to take our guns. Don't forget, I'm a hunter.
I have God-given rights.
I have to fast forward whenever you guys started with his creepy impressions. Sorry, not sorry.
What an amazing turn of events.
Next, blue raspberry. I can't remember when you mentioned this, but it's actually not a made-up flavor. Google will tell you it is, but that's because Google...
But that's what the government wants you to think.
I totally agree with that.
Blue raspberry is actually a product of the deep state.
That's actually what they're putting in the COVID vaccine.
There's 5G in the blue raspberry. George Soros paid for blue raspberry.
but that's because Google has never tried black raspberries. Get your hands on some if you can. It's wild how much they taste like Jolly Ranchers.
That's fun.
Bone Kids.
Oh, right.
Yeah, not the thing that I was talking about earlier. I was 100% a bone kid growing up. That's a real thing. I used to have a shoebox of deer and elk bones that I found on hikes, and once lugged an entire moose skull about 2 miles across a mountain, hoping to add it to my collection. I eventually got too tired to carry it any farther, and my parents refused to take their turn.
Wow.
So funny.
A verified bone kid.
That's right.
Nice.
Thank you so much for making this podcast. You guys make doing the dishes / folding laundry 100 times more hilarious and entertaining. I can't wait to hear your takes on season 8, the second most SDL heavy season in my opinion. And don't worry, your friends will be here along the way.
SDL is actually the thing I like the least about this season.
Keep it up, Rose.
That's amazing. Thank you for writing in. Apologies that this is the episode where we brought Elmer back.
I'm not sorry at all.
I think it was fate.
Yeah. We're meant to be together, Rose.
Don't let go, Jack.
Yeah.
Wait, now he's Rose.
Yeah, wait, what?
Oh my God. Rose was Elmer Fudd the whole time.
Oops. It's him dropping the thing in the water.
Yeah.
Let's continue this discussion on our Discord.
Wow. Go to patreon.com/ghostfacers for only $1 a month. You can join Angel Radio, our amazing community Discord server. Meet a bunch of fun people, chat about the show, and it helps to support us.
If you have a note about a past or future episode and you want to say hello, you can send us an email just like Rose has at ghostfacerspodcast@gmail.com or reach out to us through our various social media platforms.
That's right. We're at GhostfacersPod on Facebook and Instagram.
Also, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on wherever you listen to us every single week, so it's automatically getting your feed. And while you're there, why don't you give us a 5-star review, and we will read that also on a future episode, much like we've done today. If it's on an Apple Podcast, just make sure to send a pic of it, or you can just say that you give us one on Spotify and write it to us through our email.
Yes.
I'm pretty.
Yeah, it really lost steam there.
Yeah, I'm not super discerning about it.
Yeah.
Also, if you want your Elmer Fudd's Right to Bear Arms T-shirt, you can get that at ghostfacerspodcaststore.com.
Yeah.
Also, if you like what we do here, you might enjoy, as some of the other...
I think it should be a picture of Elmer Fudd, but it should say Twump 2024. I think that's what the shirt is.
Fuck, that's good. January 6.
Yeah. Where were you, January 6?
Twump is still our president, yeah.
Sweepy Joe Biden.
Yeah, Sweepy Joe. Hey, this is what happens when you bring it up, Rose. This is on you.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah. Why don't you be like some of the other Ghostfacers fans who decided they want more content, so they jumped over to the other podcast?
Yeah, Dr. DC Podcast. We talk about DC Comics. We answer listener questions. We're over 400 episodes over there now.
Yeah. And that podcast could really use your help.
I mean, it's on life support. Although I was looking at it and like, it's actually...
It's 3 times.
I know, but it's also doing better almost than it ever had. Like,
sure,
it's also on an upward trajectory.
It's just that this one is
this
just
is
doing
just so
much
insanely big.
Yes.
But if you like how we talk about monsters and shit over here, you might like how we talk about superheroes and that kind of lore over there.
Okay.
If you like how I talk about the lore of how to hit a dog with your car.
Yeah,
like, it's not how to hit a dog with you, but what to do next week. Because we'll probably still be dealing with this.
I say if she's a bitch, then it's time to hit her.
Hill away for prison.
Yeah, I hear what you're really doing. You're doing an episode on how to hit a dog.
Hillaway was on Epstein's Island.
Yeah. Say goodbye, bitch.
Jerk.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.